afternoon, dear class 11 student. Now this is a class of business studies. Okay. Now today's topic is social responsibility of business and ethics. We already completed two chapters. That is, one is forms of business organization. There we learn about what is the private sector companies. Under private sector companies there are different forms, that is sole proprietor, joint Hindu family, corporate, cooperative society, company, joint stock company actually, they are all known as company, and partnership, and different type of partnership. Now next chapter we learn public, private and global enterprise. In this chapter we learn what are the private sector, what is public sector. Under public sector, which type of public sector is there? There is a statutory corporation, there is departmental undertaking, there is government company. We discussed all about in your previous classes. And now you can ask me what about global enterprise and joint venture. Now in this session, that is 20 and 21 session, the Xi Bst board deleted the topic global enterprise and joint ventures due to this pandemic situation. Okay, so now we start a new chapter, that is called social responsibility of business and ethics. Now, before we starting the chapter, you should know what is business. If anything mind in your business, then what things comes in your mind when you think about business? Now first, it is in layman mind, it is called profit. So main objective of business is profit, making of profit. Okay, but what about the input they take? If you want to set up a factory, what you do need? You need labor, you need land, you need capital, and this input, where from we find? We find it from society, that is our environment. Okay. What type of question? Is Sina is there? What type of question would you like to ask? Ask the question. Don't write Sina is want to ask a question, all these things. If anybody want to ask any question, you can raise the question whenever you need. There is no problem, okay? Just in chat box you write your question, I will answer it. If it is relevant to your subject only. Okay? No other question I will answer. So, these three things is there, that is labor, land and capital. That is, we take these inputs, we take actually from society. Who takes? That is business. So there is a certain responsibility, or you can say certain liability of business, that we should return also the society to something. So there is also an objective of business is social responsibility. Okay, your main motive is profit making, but this is not the only objective of business. There is another objective is there. One of the objective is social responsibility. To do something for socially. You taking labor from the society. You are taking land from where? From society. You are taking capital. Capital is generated in society. So all you need, actually total input, whatever you are taking, it taking in society. So it is your responsibility to give back something to the society. Now, in case of business, there is different interest groups is there. In case of business, there are different interest groups. Suppose this is a business. The first interest group is worker. Now anybody who actually joined your company or in any organization, what for they actually joined? Now many of you answered that they joined for the salary. They joined for the monetary value they were getting that offered by the employer. But my answer is not, it is not the true thing. Suppose I am quite some time in this school. So I have joined in this school few years, 1 or 2 years back. Okay, so whatever the motive of my joining in here, not only the salary. Okay, because this organization also gives me some training that will develop my skill. Okay, that will give me some other facilities, just like lift travel, okay, medical. If there is some medical, you know medical is very important thing. Whatever you are ill, there is some medical you need. The other facilities is there is these are medical, lift travel, some other training, gratuity, provident fund, all are very much your other facilities. So a worker, what actually I want to say you, whenever you join a employee, when you join any company, their first motive is not only monetary, there are other facilities should be there. The school also give me the right environment to perform. Okay, if the environment in your organization is not good, you cannot work. So this all needs, and this is the business responsibility to see all this matter, so that as your skill, through your skill you are giving something to your organization, whatever you are employed. In return, business gives you some monetary and some other facilities also. And these other facilities are called as social responsibility of the business. It is not only the monetary value that is important, some other facilities is also important. Okay. Now that way the business and human resource means worker, what the skilled people, they take a long-term relationship, so that the goal of business and workers should be the same. If you are not making any employee to your long-term with any employee with long-term relationship, then it will be very difficult for you to achieve the goal, whatever the business goal is. Otherwise, if I am not satisfied with my employer, then I will not give my best to the organization. But if I am satisfied, I will try my best. I will try my best to give my whole effort to make this organization success, make this organization goal to be achieved. Okay. So this is the first interest group. The second is customer. Second is customer. Now customer is another interest group in business. What is customer? In case of customer, let's take an example. Suppose you think about, I say you want to have a burger, then what thing in your mind first comes? That's McDonald's. Okay. McDonald's burger will come in your mind. If I give you an opportunity or give you the offer to pizza, then what thing can come to your mind? That is Domino's pizza. So why these things have come to your mind? Because they have branded their value in long-term relationship with customer. Even if the burger of McDonald's is very expensive, that is 50 or 60 rupees of one piece, you want to buy it because it is worth of value of your money. Okay, that is worth the value of your money. And not only that, even if the goods product is very quality product and goods is very branded and well, then you, whenever you back to your society, the customer actually discuss some other people or 5 or 6 or 7 to 10 people about the burger which that they have in the McDonald's. They can say this burger is very good, all this, and that is one type of publicity of the company. So that's why the business actually makes a long-term relationship with the customer. If you make a product and sell it in the market and that your product is not actually the quality product, then you can sell it first time, but next time the customer will not willing to buy your product. Okay, and your business will be closed. It is no longer be exist if your product is not sell, because your main motto is selling the product and earn the profit. And secondary objective is long-term relationship. So if you are not making it, this is also important, that's why if you are not making any long-term relationship, if you are not reliable with the customer, submission date of project I will announce later, okay? Because that is one project, one topic of the project of business studies I given to you, but another project, another topic actually, not another project, another topic I will give very soon. After that I will say what is the submission day of the project. So don't be hurry, you just start the project. I will give another topic. I just give one topic is there. I will give another topic, and after that I will announce what is the submission day of the project. Sir, I can make logo from internet. Yes, you can. You can take a logo from internet and print it and paste it in your project. Don't think about the project very much. Just concentrate what I am teaching is now. Okay. Project is not everything. There is 20 marks. Project is there, but now just focus what I am telling you. Hope you will understand. Now, so hope you understand what is the customer, why customer is very important. Now, few years back, this is a seller's market. Who sells the good, you have to buy. But now, the customer is a king, and you have to make your product according to demand of customer. Okay, what customer want, you have to make this product for that. Otherwise, you cannot exist in the market. Suppose I ask you which phone you would like to buy. In your mind, first what will come? That is come in your mind is Apple. The phone of Apple you want. Why? Because Apple is a product, a brand they created for a long-term relationship with customer. They created, how they created it? They created good quality product in right time, right place, and reach to you in a right way. So all is neat. Your product should be like that. You should just making your product and do not reach to your customer, then your product is not actually very important. Not important means this is useless, this is valueless. Okay. So value for money is also need. Whenever you purchase any, just an example, burger, though it is a 50 rupees, that is, you do not regret about that you pay the 50 rupees because you are worth for money. Okay. And the main motto of business will be that to deliver the product, goods or services, whatever may be, in your right place, in right time, in right way, and quality product. So this is the main motto of business, and this is that's for customer is one of the interest group of the business. Now come to the third, that is supplier. who is supplier? Supplier means to supply the raw material for you. Okay, supplier actually to supply the raw material for you to make the product. For your manufacturing the product, you need some raw material, and this raw material actually supplied by the supplier. The supplier is the one of the important interest group related to business. What happened actually in case of business, in reality, most of the transactions happen in case of purchase from big supplier in credit. 80% transaction happen in credit. But you should be faithful to supplier. Whenever you actually committed to pay him, you do not fail this due date. Otherwise, what happens? The relationship with supplier will no longer exist, and if you do not pay the money to supplier in the right time, then what happens? Supplier is no longer in a position to give you the supply the raw material to you. Supplier refuses to supply the raw material to you, and that's hamper your production. Okay, so whenever you take credit from your supplier or you purchase credit from your supplier, you should pay at the right time. Whenever the due date will come, you should pay and this money in the right time, so that the relationship between supplier and business will be good. Again, I am telling what is that? It is a long-term relationship. You have to make long-term relationship with supplier, so that, and how can you make that? If you pay in the right time, then long-term relationship will be made. In case of, suppose you take a very short example, suppose you give some money to your friend, and your friend promise you to pay after 7 days. But after 7 days, when you ask to pay your friend is reluctant to pay this and say that my position is now not good at all. I will pay in the next week in the same day. And again the next day, next week, whenever you ask, again he is actually saying the same thing. But what actually happened in this case? Now you can understand that he will not willing to pay you back. So your relationship with that friend is good or not? It will be definitely hamper your relationship in that case. In the same way, when the suppliers in giving the credit to your company or your organization or your farm, whatever, and you purchase the material from in credit, just 20% cash you given him, and later you have to pay, and you committed to pay him or her the money, and right when the due date will come, if you do not pay, the relationship with supplier will not be very good in the long-term basis. So we have to pay this, the supplier in the long-term manner, in a right time, so that relationship can be built in longer way, and that's the business and supplier both are benefited. Now come to the next point. One of the interest group is government. The government is very much interested to keep the interest of customer and business also. Government is always keep interest in customer and business also. The government actually makes different rules and regulations. Okay, different rules and regulations government makes, and these are rules and regulations you have to follow, and you have to pay the tax in the right time, in right way. And if you fail to tax, if you do not follow, abide by this rule and regulation, then government interfere your business activity. And no business want it, because if government interfere to your business, then your business day-to-day operation will be hampered. Okay. So we have to abide by the law, whatever made by the rules and regulation government. And what are the taxation system made by the government, you have to follow this, and right time you should pay this tax, and that helps the society, and that's way business will be socially responsible to the government also. Now come to the next interest group, that is competitors. Now you can ask me, why sir competitors is the interest group of the business? Yes, competitors is also interest group of business, because if there is one seller and he is selling the goods, then you have to forcefully buy this goods, because you have no other option. Buyer have no other option. But if is there competition, there is a new innovation, new things will be come to your society. So there is always need a competitors, otherwise the product quality will not be as up to the mark which actually want the customer. If there is one company of mobile, suppose there is one company of mobile, that is Micromax, and he only the seller of the market, then what happens? You have to purchase his goods because use of the mobile. As there is a lots of mobile company is there, and they are competing throughout their different features and innovation. Each mobile phone have not the same features. They are looking the similar, but there are some difference between different companies. Okay. So otherwise Apple is not so much demanded for in mobile sector. Okay. So there is always need of competitors because of the new invention. New innovative things will come to the market. So this is also the interest group. You should not forcefully or cannot do anything illegally to stop the competitors. Okay. And that is your social responsibility also. So these are the things, these are the main interest group which related to business, and you have to perform a long-term relationship with them. Otherwise, and this long-term maintain of this long-term relationship, you have to perform some social responsibility, and this responsibility is actually not compulsory as per rule. Okay. But in 2013 a Companies Act is come. There are certain companies have to follow the corporate social responsibility, but most of the companies and organization is not compulsory forcefully and do the social responsibility. But this is from your moral view. You have to perform the social responsibility towards your worker, towards your customer, towards your supplier, towards the government and your competitors also. So this is the main scenario and main need for what is the need of the social responsibility. Now suppose in case of worker, what I am telling, if any employee, suppose there is a company, company name is Hindustan Pesticide. Okay. So Hindustan Pesticide is a manufacturing company which actually manufacture pesticides. Okay. In the process of pesticides, there is lots of poisonous chemical and fumes is come out, and that's actually hamper the worker who is working in there, and it leads to actually the tuberculosis. They are suffering from tuberculosis. Now you answer me, as an individual, you would like to join in that company, though they are giving you salary? The answer will be no, because that will be the health hazard for you. Okay. Then what actually need of this organization? This organization should ensure the security or the health hazard do not affect this worker. They can actually purchase the mask, the oxygen mask, which can filter the fumes, and they can inhale. Whenever they inhale the fresh air. Okay, because in process of pesticide, there will be some output of poisonous chemical and fumes will be come out. This will be happen, but you have to protect the worker through a proper way, and you have to give them a proper dress, proper what I can say, proper different utilities, so they can use it and this health, from this health hazard, that is tuberculosis mainly happened for these fumes whenever they inhale this gas and this poisonous chemical. So if the company provides it, this is, then worker will be ready to work there. Otherwise, would not like to join this company. Okay. So this is one of the example that social responsibility do like that. Okay. Now next day this is today, this is all about. Next day we will learn what is the argument for favorable for social responsibility. Why social responsibility should perform the business? This argument we will discuss in next class. And we also discuss the corporate social responsibility. This is nowadays is very charming term for business. What is corporate social responsibility, and which companies should perform compulsorily this corporate social responsibility? Because in New Companies Act 2013, before that there is a Companies Act 1956, but the Companies Act amended and New Companies Act come in 2013. There, in the according to rule of 135, it says certain companies have to perform corporate social responsibility, and what are the rule is there for who are actually should perform compulsorily. Next day we will discuss about that. Today that is all. So thank you for watching. Hope you are well and safe in your home. Thank you.